So can you tell me a little more about it?
Sure. When you talk about this trek being one of the oldest trek, it actually has a reason, because this trek is also known as the Valley of Gods. Okay. There is a reason to it, because the locals believe that the Pandavas in those times, they had done this route and they had gone into the gate of heavens or via this route. There's also a peak that is termed as Swargarohini. So there's Swargarohini Peak 1 that is actually spotted from a couple of campsites on this particular trek. Okay. One of the other reasons why this trek is also attracting a lot of people all around the world to itself is the fact that there are some villages and also a couple of temples in the entire trail that are somewhere 2,500 to 3,000 year old. The beautiful wooden houses that are made, those architectural marvels are there on the trek. Okay, so you can actually, even the locals, they were very welcoming. So when you go on there towards their houses, they're also very welcoming. They call you inside, they show you the place around, and it's a very beautiful experience to have this as a trek.
And what about the Harki Doon itself? What's that like?
Oh, that's a beautiful trek. So when you're talking about reaching the Harki Doon itself, there's a campsite called Kalkatia Dhar. The moment you get into it, with every step, you can actually feel the valley widening. Yeah, you can see the Harki Doon Nala that's flowing right from the top. In front of you, it goes towards the right side. That itself has a very beautiful view. On the right hand side, there's another side of the valley that's going towards another side. Left is going somewhere else. But right in front of you, standing straight and tall, is the Harki Doon Peak itself. We camp right at the Harki Doon Peak, right at the foot of the Harki Doon Peak. And over there, the beautiful surroundings with respect to the trees around, the gushing source of the water that is flowing, the Harki Doon Nala is there. And you're camping at that area. That entire camping ground is actually, if you trek in the winters, it's going to be entire white. Yeah, and the peak in front of you is going to be snow-capped, snow-covered, half places in browns and pits. If you go in the summers, it'll be lush green. And it'll be a completely different experience altogether. So it's a multi-seasoned trek as well that we can say. So this is one trek that has to be on a to-do list for many trekkers. It's not that difficult when I talk about being ascents or descents. But yeah, it's a long trek with a lot of fun and experience for a lot of trekkers.
Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Ranbir. I'm sure we all would love to go on the stairway to heaven someday. Thank you so much.